So, to officially kick off this day of big thinking in a city that knows how it's done, I'd like to welcome to the stage our honorary city host. To welcome us to the town he calls home, please welcome Austin's own Chuck Harris.
If you think about what our city is made up of here, it's creators and innovators. Those are the people who are going to solve the problems we face, not the defenders of the legacy systems. It wasn't Sears and Roebuck that solved buy anything, anywhere, anytime. It was Amazon. We have the same opportunity here.
In the current environment, the work that Raul and his team are doing is more important than ever, and we're honored to have him with us today. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Raul Vasquez.
The problem that we're trying to address is a really serious one, and these numbers have to do with the Hispanic community in particular. There are about 54 million Hispanics in the United States, and according to the FDIC, 46% of them are underbanked or unbanked completely.
Please join me in welcoming back to his own stomping grounds, Ron Shevlin.
Over the past couple years, I've conducted a number of consumer surveys in which I've attempted to define and measure how engaged people are in their financial lives.
And our topic is spikes and dips, serving Americans with cash flow management challenges. I've worked a lot in emerging markets, and there the notion, people really don't distinguish so much between short-term credit, short-term savings, maybe even some insurance components. It's all under cash flow management.
Right.
How do you guys think about it, in particular in the context of a siloed and complex regulatory environment? Maybe I start with Rachel and then come back to you guys.
So I do think we need to adopt more of the international framework. We've tended to think about savings and credit as completely distinct activities when in fact they're flip sides of the same thing, right? What's happening is somebody needs a lump sum that's bigger than they can put together based on their cash on hand today, and they either accumulate that money first and then pay for that thing, or they pay for that thing and accumulate that money after. And so either way, what you're trying to do is take a series of small cash flows and turn them into something larger and more useful.
Hi, Joe Coleman from Right Check in New York. Mike, obviously we're talking about sort of two strategies, it sounds like, about dealing with income volatility or financial volatility. The first is a cushion, the concept of having a cushion to even things out. But the second one that I'm not hearing, I'm just curious, is a strategy for looking maybe at a bigger view of your finances, being able to take a step back, maybe annualize, look at things. What are you doing to help people more strategically view their financial picture?
A lot of our customers are people who are trying to remove themselves from credit card debt, right? Cutting up their credit cards. People who are burdened by student loan debt, right? That's a regular payment that doesn't change even when your income does. And so when we think about how we design even though, as you said, we're certainly dealing with the cash flow fluctuations, we really think about how can we make this perfectly clear to customers, what's happening kind of on a week-to-week basis, and also how can we help them deal with the other kind of debt and savings situations that they're in right now.
So it is my pleasure to ask our CEO, Jennifer Tescher, to come to the stage to introduce our final and marquee speaker of the day.
Good afternoon. I have the pleasure of introducing Beth Mooney, but really she needs no introduction. She's the chairman and CEO of Key Corp and the first female chief of a top 20 bank. And she's got 30 plus years of banking in what I count as at least 6 financial institutions, if not more. She's been recognized by Forbes as one of the world's 100 most powerful women, and by Fortune as one of the top most powerful women in business. And in 2013 and 2014 both, she was named #1 on American Banker's most powerful women in banking.
So it is indeed my honor to be here, and I'm looking forward to sharing some insights into KeyBank's ongoing work to help customers who are financially challenged, and how that experience has shaped not only our product and service offering and our bank, but more importantly, how it's helping to shape our culture. I would tell you that that experience has reinforced our commitment to putting the customer at the center of all that we do. It has influenced our decision to become the champions of financial confidence for our customers. And it's a driving force as we embark on what I see as the next leg of our journey to bring financial wellness to our customers.
So let's get going. Our first keynote speaker comes to us from BBVA Compass, who with their recent acquisition of Simple is working hard to push the envelope on retail banking. Here to share his thoughts on how BBVA is leveraging the booming fintech scene and fostering a culture of innovation, please welcome BBVA Compass's Chairman and CEO, Manolo Sanchez.
Well, good morning. I do apologize for not having the Silicon Valley attire on, but I do have an Apple Watch on my wrist that gives me some wiggle room there. So I'm very excited to be here. I thank the CFSI organization for inviting me to this event. And what I wanted to share with you all today is how we are at BBVA Compass taking advantage of the digital revolution in banking and finding ways to meet the needs of the underbanked, underserved in new ways, in ways that are more responsive and responsible.
We have an interesting set of panelists here with us today that I think are really on the vanguard of this change, and I'm really looking forward to hearing about their perspectives and experiences in this. We have with us three folks. We have Aaron Klein on the end, Director of the Financial Regulatory Reform Initiative at the Bipartisan Policy Center, a Washington-based organization covering a variety of different issue areas, combining politically balanced policymaking with strong proactive advocacy and outreach. We have Louis Barrel, CEO and co-founder of Earnest, a full-stack startup providing both personal lending and student lending as a first step, just a first step, in development of a modern bank for the next generation. And we have Steve Alaka, Vice President and General Manager of Credit at PayPal. Obviously, PayPal is one of the most important, innovative, and influential companies at the forefront of the digital payments revolution. So thank you, gentlemen, for being here, and look forward to our discussion.
I truly believe that credit is one of the great enabling tools in the history of the world. People laugh at me when I say that, but I put it right up there with the wheel and the motorized transportation and the airplane and antibiotics as things that have really changed the world. And the big difference is with all of those things, those enabling tools that have changed the world, they got over a mass adoption curve where the masses got over their fear. Think about the fear of getting on an airplane for the first time. The masses got over that fear and then came to confidently be able to use those great enabling tools.